All right, welcome to the line, and let's quickly begin our story. And our first story tonight brings to life the Yoruba proverb, and it says, "What you're looking for in Sokoto is in your shokoto trouser." Now, this reflects the idea that what we seek outside may actually be within our reach. Now, despite Nigeria boasting some of the most exotic relaxation sports in Africa, many of us spend thousands of, in foreign exchange seeking pleasure from abroad. Now, have you explored the captivating ambience of the Mambila and Gashaka Gumti National Parks yet? I think you need to join Abdullahi Mohammed on this enlightening journey.
Gashaka Gumti National Park, a bounty of fauna and flora spanning more than 6,000 kilometers, flowing rivers and gardens looking up to the description of some parts of heaven.
This is the only national park that has about 4 ecological systems within Nigeria and even in West Africa. So this national park have about 480 different animal species that are moving around, which people need to see.
Harsh days, sunny, rainy, it could be in the wilderness of the Gashaka Gumti National Park, which is said to be like twice the size of Lagos. Imagine coming back here in another peaceful environment to relax in Gashaka village.
The aim of this project is to create awareness and also to promote tourism and also to promote our rich culture and heritage of Nigeria, precisely for the Gashaka Gumti and also for the Mambila Plateau.
These wonders of nature may have fallen short of its value in the eyes of its dwellers and managers, but not for the adventurous like Nick and his father. They have decided to drive across Africa from Canada, and Nigeria tops their expectations.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And the Nigerians are by far the friendliest. So we're over halfway there now. We've done about 20,000 kilometers, and we're expecting probably 6,000 to 7,000 more.
Xavi, on the other hand, rides his bike from Madagascar heading to France, and pedaling across the geography of Nigeria opens a new vista in his life.
It's like awesome landscape, like the mountains in Kanyaka is beautiful, and people are very welcoming, so yeah, I think I'm gonna enjoy Nigeria.
Africa, and indeed Nigeria, has remained attractive, but the hands that loses the rope which tightens the loose ends are its people.
It's highly, unfortunate that Nigerians, as a people, we are not doing ourselves any good.
Second missing link is the visa issue. A lot of tourists go through, shall I say, hell to get Nigerian visa to come here. Our embassies are not friendly at all.
So, the ball is in your court. Say good about your country or keep quiet. Let the town criers sell the golden eggs.
I hear you, Mohammed. I hear you. Fantastic. That's my next destination during my annual leave. You bet it. But we're not done yet. Now, Bots Regatta traditionally showcase the rich cultural heritage of the Niger Delta's riverine communities. But this festival is gaining popularity even beyond its traditional borders. Now, Ogbaru, located near the River Niger in Anambra State, hosts this annual event, and it highlights its unique cultural heritage. And our correspondent, Franklin Onyekachi, covered this spectacular celebration for us here on Newsline.
The Okoti Arena by the bank of the River Niger is packed full with people from within and outside the council area who are gathered to be part of the 2024 Carnival. This year, 4 groups from Odebe community and 1 from Obakoba are participating in the historic Obaru Boat Carnival. The arrival of the boats is greeted with excitement. Having arrived individually, it is time for a joint display of all the booths to the admiration of the spectators. For the people of Ogbaro, the water is no threat. They play and dance on it.
As this water is now, I cannot die inside this water. So far that I've not killed, I've not wasted someone's life. Whenever I jump into this water welcomes me.
The festival is a happiness for everybody.
Boat regatta, which the people of Ogbaro mark every year, is an opportunity for them to showcase their culture. It is also an avenue for them to bring to limelight the perennial issue of flooding and other challenges facing the riverine community.
I think we have the worst road in Anambra State, the worst. And it also a hindrance to fighting crime and criminality.
Every season like this, you find out that all our agricultural produces get washed away by the river and water. So we are begging them to provide for us storage facilities so you can store those items like yam, cassava, so that they will be there till another market period.
Musical and cultural groups are on hand to spice up the celebration, even as the participants savour local delicacies.
Very colorful there. And we're just moving a little to Aba, a name synonymous with commerce and trade. But after years of neglect, insecurity, and piles of refuse, Aba is experiencing a revival. Now, that city is gradually returning to its former glory as it now focuses on restoring confidence and attracting tourists back to the commercial hub. Neka Ono has the details.
Abia occupies about 6,320 kilometers square, being second largest state in landmass after Enugu in southeast, having borders with Imo, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Enugu, Ebonyi, Anambra, and Cross River states. Aba is transit point for states in the southeast and south-south. Constructing fountains and making provisions for solar lights is one of many interventions of the state government to return nightlife in the city and attract tourists in the state.
Everyone in Aba city now can testify that this present governor is a messiah to us. Like for some months since he entered this very government, everyone have one reason or the other to testify that indeed this government is actually doing well.
The state is equally in a hurry to arrest the chaotic traffic situation in the state by making provisions for the installation of the traffic lights.
Sometimes you see people, they will be leaving the market late. At least it will end. One, you will be going, you will see the person nearer to you. You'll be seeing what is happening at your front without even torchlight or anything. At least the light there, it's of great help to traders in Aba.
Abia State is the first in Nigeria to create the Ministry of Small and Medium-Scale Enterprises that serve as a clearinghouse for SME-related issues and is the hub of production of goods in the southeast.
Bravo. All right. Now, earlier on, we told you that people do certain things you would think can only be found in a storybook. Our next story is too shocking to be true. Again, you might think it's the work of fiction or even another social media exaggeration, but it is not. It would have been hard to believe that anyone, let alone a woman, could commit such acts if it hadn't been caught on our cameras. By now, you may have seen the viral video making the rounds on social media last week about a 12-year-old Amarachi Emmanuel. When her mother passed away, Amarachi's life took a dramatic U-turn under the care of her stepmother. But what was her crime exactly? Kingsley Onaniwu now brings us this chilling story for Newsline.
Amarachi Emmanuel and the sister have been living at the Nekede area of Owerri with their father and second wife, whom he married in 2019 after the death of his first wife in 2018. Painfully, Amarachi and her sibling were subjected to all kinds of inhuman treatment, ranging from starvation, battering, hard labor, merciless flogging, beating, torture, and other domestic violence, including lack of access to basic education. From their stepmother, Mrs. Blessing Emmanuel, who is also a secondary school teacher, until an Owerri-based journalist and human rights activist, Chidebube Okoma's attention was drawn to the plight of Amarachi, where she was hawking sachet water with burnt hands, including reddish eyes, which were inflicted on the poor girl by the stepmother over an allegation of cooking and eating the rice kept in the house.
Disturbing details of the alleged abuse prompted immediate action from our police operatives. During questioning, Mrs. Emmanuel admitted to the offense, raising serious concern about the treatment of minors in her care. The command is committed to ensuring the safety and well-being of children in the state.
I thank the police department, I thank Mr. Okoma and all the concerned citizens that brought this to fore. These children have been systematically abused for the past 2 years. You cannot tell me that their church, their neighbors, their customers did not see this abuse for the past 2 years. We implore the public to please, please, please help us in reporting these matters so that we can put it to rest.
I came back from church and we cooked a food and eat, so she then came back and then carry knife and lock us inside the room and then carry knife and be flogging me and my sister.
The father of the victim stated that all his efforts to stop his wife from maltreating his children proved abortive.
I bought 1 pint of rice. Okay. And then Sunday morning, I cooked 5 cups out of it. In the afternoon, we ate it together also. And then the remaining rice in the pot, I asked them to eat it. After eating it, the raw one, they took some cups and hid it. They didn't cook it.
For now, the victim and her sister are under the custody of Imo State government, where they are currently receiving free medical treatment.
Well, for Amarachi, I hope now that her story has come to, of course, limelight, public domain, her future will take a brighter turn. Now, 1 year in office might seem short, but what makes a louder noise is the impact a leader makes in those 365 days. And for the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development, under the leadership of Dele Alake, it's been a year filled with significant strides. Now, the ministry's staff decided to capture those achievements in a compendium, and our very own wordsmith, Mia Ogidi, was right on hand to relive the story for Newsline.
If you are performing, nothing to fear.
21st of August 2023, staff of the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development received an alert from President Bola Tinubu, alerting them that Alake is the minister. Alake arrived. The feeling was mutual, dressed in his traditional attire, agbada. But few days later, agbada gives way to smart dressing, jeans and t-shirt. As Alake moves from side to side, state to state, trying to set the sector on sound footing. At some point, with helmet under the weighty machines, then literally a bricklayer, laying foundation for lithium companies or breaking ground for investors to start work. The unveiling of software to promote ease of doing business, inaugurating seismic centers to ensure the underground is safe for illegal miners, best of moment, deadline given, and they largely complied. 150 cooperative societies formed. Recalcitrant illegal miners face a team of mining marshals set up by Dele Alake, and dormant licenses revoked, and fees reviewed upwards. That is more money for wealth redistribution. And a gender-friendly policy document also launched to include women in the industry. These efforts in 1 year have started yielding result. A multi-billion naira gold bar presented to President Bola Tinubu. President Tinubu was indeed excited. While Alake looks forward in delivering on his mandate, those working closely with him taking note of every stride. And today, the diary of our achievements in 1 year unveiled, christened Alake on Rescue Mission. A brief event, but friends, colleagues, and associates take time mining the extraordinary achievements of Alake from his days as activist, journalist, and now minister.
Strategy in articulating that you can take the measures that you want to take, but somebody has to communicate them to get the buy-in of the public. And you always come from that perspective.
He knows when you're telling the truth, he knows what is right, and he knows how to discern. So he has a very heightened sense of discernment, and he also knows how to pick friends.
From the deep soul of my heart, I adore you, and I absolutely love you, and I continue being with you as a partner, as a friend, as a little sister, and just everything. Thank you. Congratulations to you. Onward and upward, my brother. Thank you.
Alake on Rescue Mission is much more than a photo book of activities, events, and work of the Minister of Study members in 1 year in office. It's a serious-minded and exciting piece of writing on the Minister's leadership.
Things that will really practicalize the essence of life and the values of life. The progress that is coming, it is not because I'm just selling government or selling the president. I speak out of conviction because I have seen him do it before, and I've been part of that team.
Dele Alake, an optimist, looking forward to productive, solid minerals sector with value addition at the center of policy.
All right, you're watching Newsline, and time for us now to break out for some commercials. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Newsline. If you've just joined us, we welcome you. Now, they say every day isn't Christmas, and it's not every day a girl child, for that matter, gets the rare chance to sit in the Federal Executive Cabinet. Now, but for Esther Adesoye, that special opportunity came on the International Day of the Girl Child, where she served as Minister of State for Youth Development. Now, her role shined a light on the efforts to close the gender gap in education, and our correspondent, Olayinka Ojo, was there to capture everything for Newsline.
The International Day for the Girl Child is celebrated on 11th October every year to recognize girls' rights and the unique challenges they face around the world.
The foundation of the challenge is poverty. What do you need to go to school? Money. What do you need to have quality health care? Money.
And to fashion out better ways of addressing some of these challenges, a national essay competition with the theme Girls' Vision for the Future, Reimagining the Future of the Girl Child in Nigeria was organized. 160 girls from across the Federation participated. Today, here's the winner of the essay competition. She will oversee the affairs of the ministry as the Minister of State for Youth Development for the next 24 hours. Excited about being the first girl child in the history of the ministry to assume such position, Esther Adesoye, upon assumption in office, held a press conference.
A future where technology would be used for education in every part of Nigeria, a future where girls are change makers and foster sustainable practices, becoming pillar of economic growth and environmental stewardship.
For the Minister of State for Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, the idea is to support, inspire, and push them to a better future.
Take decisions that will improve the girl child's life.
Understand that there is space for you everywhere.
It is essential for creating a more equitable and prosperous future.
Stakeholders are of the opinion that empowering the girl child through education as well as the creation of a girl child commission have become necessary.
Oh my God, I don't know what I would have done myself. Anyway, congratulations, Esther, for the very rare opportunity. Now, who is your life mate? Now, normally, this would be an easy question to answer, but in today's world, even furniture is designed for lifelong comfort. Yes, you heard me right, furniture. LifeMate is leading this trend, but with a stunning range of household products that elevate our homes with their exotic styles and comfort. And who better to cover the opening of this furniture shop here in Jabi area of Abuja than our own Elizabeth, a name synonymous with fashion and style.
Give me E. And what is it? LifeMate. Yes. And officially signal.
That signals the birth of another LifeMate showroom offering integrated home designs to enhance aesthetics with durable and affordable furniture. Founded in 2002, LifeMate specializes in home, office and outdoor furniture with products like sofas, beds, mattresses and more.
Thank you for all the customers, what we have and what we hope. Well, I hope we can give a better service and we can work together. And thanks all the support from the Nigerian government.
We also brought in a new stuff which is called the whole house customization with this, because most times customers come in and they say that, okay, we like this, but can it come in this shape? So with the whole house customization, we're now able to give the customer exactly what they want. They will think of a product, they will make it come to existence.
The company aims to provide high-quality home life, contributing to its status as a world-class multinational company.
You can see what they are doing in Nigeria. They employed about 3,000 Nigerians working with them, training them how to speak Chinese, but giving them scholarship to travel to China to know how to do this production. So it's like made in Nigeria, something like that. So they want every home in Nigeria to have LifeMate products there.
LifeMate operates across 3 sectors: hardware and machinery, architectural designs and decorations.
C and E. What is it? LifeMate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The ground opening of their Abuja showroom featured artistic performances and exciting discounts for customers.
All right, Elizabeth Thomori there. But LifeMate, you know what they say about the taste of the pudding? Aha. If it's not here, if LifeMate is not here on Newsline, all right, let's move forward. They said the best reward for a job well done is simply having done it. But Nigerian Breweries Education Fund has taken it a step further by recognizing exemplary teachers through the Martina Teacher of the Year Award. Now, for the past 10 years, teachers have been transformed into millionaires through this initiative. Bolaji Akeem reports that the 2024 edition was another deserving opportunity for another equally deserving teacher to join the ranks of millionaires.
The first edition of Martina Teacher of the Year Award brought together teachers from 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory. The award is aimed at appreciating the dedication and commitment of teachers towards molding children to become good future leaders of the country. Guests and organizers were full of eulogies for the teachers.
There is no educational system that can survive or succeed without dedicated teachers.
Then came the moment when the winner was announced.
And the winner is
Esomnofu Chidiebube Ifechukwu.
Out of 11 finalists, Esomnofu Chidiebube Ifechukwu, a math teacher from Nasarawa State, was crowned winner of the 2024 Martina Teacher of the Year Award with a cash prize of 10 million naira and other goodies, while those occupying the second and third positions were given 3 million and 2.5 million naira respectively.
This is a dream come true, and it's a super motivation for me to continue the good work I've been doing all this while.
For the organizer, Martina Teacher of the Year Award will continue to celebrate academic excellence.
An event that is unprecedented in its size, and Martina is proud sponsor of the event, willing also to continue for the next 10, maybe the next 100 years, because we believe this is the right sponsorship and the right platform to provide education for the children of Nigeria.
We are committed to continuing the Martina Teacher of the Year competition. We expect it to grow even bigger, and we ask you to watch out for the next decade, because we are also going to be doing some new and exciting innovations.
1,477 applications were received for the 2024 edition. More than 240 teachers from across the country have benefited from the Martina Teacher of the Year Award since inception.
Congratulations. That teacher must be an exceptional teacher. 10 million naira. He becomes a millionaire. Let's go for a third break. You're watching Newsline. All right, thank you for joining us as we now take you on a journey to Kano State. Now, where love and culture came together in a grand wedding celebration. The event marked the union of Amal Adamu Farouk Aliyu, who is the daughter of former minority leader Adamu Farouk Aliyu, and Mubarak Bashir Yuguda, who is son of former Minister of State for Finance, Bashir Yuguda. Now, our correspondent, Najat Tijani, brings us the vibrant details of this colorful occasion.
It was a stunning example of Kano's cultural splendor, with performances by big names in the music industry. All these played out at the wedding reception and dinner of Amal Farouk Aliyu and her groom Mubarak Bashir Yuguda. Guests and dignitaries gathered to honor the union, sharing words of wisdom and blessing.
Share love and learn how to forgive each other.
With special thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is indeed great pleasure to congratulate my daughter Amal Badru and her own husband.
We've been cautioned to be tolerant, patient, loving each other passionately.
Amal should allow Mubarak to be the man. Simple, you know. Being the man, which means to be in charge.
I'm happy that she fell in love with the love of her life and she's met him, and I pray that they have a long, successful life, a happy married life together.
The journey, and like some of the guests say, marriage is a journey, not a destination. May their love continue to grow stronger with each passing day.
Wow. Okay. Weddings. For our next exquisite wedding on the line today, we're turning to the historic city of Zaria. It was a day of celebration for Senator Sahabi Yelkaura, who, along with his family, gathered to witness a beautiful union. Now, the grand event marked the beginning of a new chapter for his son and the radiant bride, Asma Shuaibu Bello. Family and friends joined in the festivities and offered heartfelt wisdom on the secrets of a successful marital life. Lawal Salau Inua reports that the Deputy President of the Senate, Farah Jibrin, added an extra touch of significance to the occasion.
Words cannot express the level of excitement of any parent when it comes to the wedding ceremony of their children. That was the situation of the senator representing Zamfara North Senatorial District, Sahabia Ukaura, one serving and former members of the National Assembly, converts on Zaria Jare to witness the wedding fatia of his son Abdulmumin Sabiau and his bride Asma'u Shuaibu. The wedding fatia was solemnized after the representative of the groom, Deputy Senate President Barrow Jibrin, paid the sum of 500,000 naira as dowry to the representative of the bride. Being married is the seat of any family and its foundation. Parents hinted the couple on the ingredients that make up successful marital life.
Today is a special day for the couple, and what brought us together is love. This love should be renewed every day. Let it not stop today. It should continue. They should continue to demonstrate this love. They should going to maintain this love throughout their lives.
Marriage is religious prescription. It's not an easy thing. It is not an easy thing. It is like going into a battle, so they should be prepared.
Something that they have been forced to do. It is something that they want to do it. And religiously, Islamically, it's bound on them. Patience and self-discipline are the major ingredients of marriage.
Success, wisdom, long life and prosperity.
A public administrator by profession, the groom Abdulmumin Sabia was full of excitement for the day.
A very big thank you. It's so overwhelming to see a lot of people here to celebrate this very big day with me.
Both parents of the couple thanked all and sundry for honoring their invitations.
I have no any other message like you have seen other than to thank God Almighty for what He has done to us by showing us this day, and then equally thank the leadership of the Senate, my very big brother, distinguished Senator Abdul Aziz Yari, and a host of others, so many of them that have came here to celebrate with us.
I never expected this crowd, but God has made it possible with overwhelming crowd. May God make them to be friends forever until the end of their lives. And I appreciate all that came.
As Abdulmumin Taino was the third child to the family of Shuaibu Bello, a new foundation of unity between the couple has been established with the hope of fruitful life in their matrimonial home.
All right, please don't go away. Still stay seated. When we come back, we'll have some more stories on Newsline. Now, how many generations have we lost in the tragic death of a grandmother and her 4 young grandchildren? Now, that's 5 lives across 2 generations with profound ripple effects. Now, these children, aged 9, 8, 6, and 3, represented our nation's future, potential contributors to society, now cut short by a simple meal of pap, akamu, or ugi. Was it destiny, contamination, or even something more sinister? The family's grief is compounded by unanswered questions. Abiola Ariyo uncovers more of this tragic story for Newsline.
When Newsline visited the house where the tragic incident occurred, it was locked and deserted as the quiet surroundings were broken only by the bleating of goats in a nearby store. The younger brother to the husband of the deceased, Taiwo Adefaji, revealed that while he was not present when the tragedy occurred, his wife informed him that Mrs. Adeola and her 4 grandchildren died after consuming pap prepared in their home.
Those people drink ogi. He said that
2 of them is dead. That children of that, the firstborn of my brother.
One of the children of late Mrs. Adeola, who also lost her son in the incident, said he also consumed the pap and was rushed to an hospital where he was turned away twice, with the doctors dismissing it as a minor issue, but eventually received treatment at another hospital.
Many people were coming to see me, to see how I was faring, but they kept the issue of those children. I kept asking, how are the children? They said they are fine. They are fine. That's what everybody was saying. I said they should be fine. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I want. So at a point, he left me. They did not attend to me again. Later, they pushed me from the emergency to the inner ward, and then later, family member and friends came around and said that we cannot abandon him here.
Ondo State Police Public Relations Officer Fumilayo Odunlami Omisoya confirmed that although the force heard about the incident and visited the community, no official report has been filed.
Unfortunately, nobody was willing to talk, and some of the people that moved closer to the DPO told him that they also had something similar.
Medical experts explained that the dangers of consuming contaminated food could result from harmful chemicals like preservatives, herbicides, or pesticides, and if not properly treated, such contamination could be fatal.
As a result of the fact that microorganisms are growing on the food itself, and unknowingly to the person that is consuming it, the ranges of 24 to 72 hours, the victim will begin to show signs and symptoms.
While the exact cause of death remains unclear, the 4 children have since been buried.
I wonder if autopsy still reveal, cause of such tragic deaths anymore. Now, the passing of a loved one often brings people together in shared grief and support. This was the scene that played out in Jega Town, Kebbi State, as family, friends and associates gathered to offer their condolences to the family of former EFCC boss Abdul Rashid Bawa, following the loss of his mother, Hajia Hadiza Ahmed Bawa. Hassana, I beg your pardon, Bubaka Koko reports.
The family of Abdul Rashid Bawa, former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, home and abroad, were devastated when the loss of their beloved mother, Hajia Hadiza Bawa, occurred. This is because late Hajia Hadiza, who passed after a brief illness at Usman Danfodio University Teaching Hospital in Sokoto, was the prayer pillar who united every member of the family in love. Dignitaries from all walks of life, including government officials, politicians, business leaders and clergy, did not only identify with the family in the moment of grief, but paid tribute to Hajia Hadiza, especially for being kind, compassionate and remarkable in spirit.
Death is an inevitable end. It shall come when it will. That we are all on transit. And we have to take solace in the fact that we are all on transit, awaiting appointed time. And when the time comes, we are all living.
Hajia Hadiza's children described her as a pillar of strength and support who had always guided them throughout their lives.
We know that her loss is irreplaceable. There's no way we can replace her. No one can do what she did to us.
She was a beacon of light to everyone around her. She was a mother to the motherless, the best mother I have ever known, a sister, the best grandmother to her grandchildren, the best among her relation.
The funeral prayer for Hajia Hadiza was held at Jumaat Central Mosque in Jiga, Kebbi State in accordance with Islamic rites. She is survived by her husband Khalifa Ahmed Yahya Bawa and 10 children, including Abdul Rashid Bawa, former EFCC chairman, and Hayatuddin Bawa, Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development in Kebbi State. In her time, Hajia Hadiza Bawa was a devout Muslim, generous and kind-hearted.
Now, our collective wish is that our loved ones live to a ripe old age. Yet, even at that age, the loss is profound. The whole library of wisdom and knowledge disappears. Indeed, the Ihitenasa community lost a matriarch of history and tradition in Lady Caroline Ekweme. Friends and associates gathered to pay their last respects at her burial, which was preceded by a requiem mass at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Amanogu, Ihitenasa. Piatre Sayem reports.
It was a celebration of an impactful life of late Caroline Ekweme, a woman described as a mother par excellence, a wealth creator and a philanthropist who joined forces with her late husband to give her children direction in life. Little wonder then they spared no cost in paying her their last respect. The burial ceremony attracted prominent personalities, colleagues, religious and political associates of the Ekwemes from across the country, including the former governor of Imo State, Emeka Ihedioha, Catholic Bishop of Olo Diocese, Most Reverend Augustine Ukwoma, and Archbishop Emeritus of Owerri Archdiocese, His Grace Anthony Obinna. In his message at the funeral mass held at St. Mary's Catholic Church, Amanogu, Ihitenansa, the parish priest, Reverend Father Damian Njoku, reminded the living that God gave man victory through the death and resurrection of Christ and enjoined all to live a sacrificial life like Christ. He described late Caroline as a devoted Catholic who lived an exemplary life of a true Christian mother.
One day, we shall depart. Make sure that we live daily in the trust of God.
The remains of the late matriarch were later interred in her husband's compound after graveside rites. Children of the deceased, among whom is the pioneer deputy national women leader of APC, Chief Tina Ekweme Adike, speak on the life and times of their late mother.
A wonderful mother, a mother par excellence. My mother was everything in a woman.
A very seamless individual and also very clean. Her personal hygiene is second to none.
We miss her so very much because she was everything in one.
She was very strong-willed, very special.
She was a gentle great grandma, a very nice great grandma. She taught me even small Igbo.
Some sympathizers encouraged the bereaved family.
Their mother and the parents have done a wonderful job bringing all of them together. I want to see them to continue to live in unity and harmony.
I believe that God will guide them. They will reach older age.
Age 84, late Roslyn Oyibo Ekweme, until her demise, was a lady of St. Mulumba, where she rose to the 4th degree of the order. She will be greatly missed by 9 children, 26 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren, and a host of other relatives.
All right, from Ihitenansa, Amanogu, as we go through this week, let's be mindful of others' space and always prioritize our nation with, of course, reverence for God. Newsline returns next week, by God's grace, and on behalf of our crew, especially those behind the cameras, Rikoto, of course, and our producer, thank you for being a dedicated viewer. I am Claire Adelabu Abdurrazak. Good night, everyone.